Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here today at Your Health. On today's program, we want to talk about the health benefits of milk thistle. Now, you may have never heard of it, but it is an excellent remedy for liver ailments. And you may say, well, I don't have a liver problem. Are you diabetic? Maybe you have a little fatty infiltration of the liver. Perhaps you've had some hepatitis in the past. The liver is an essential organ, and when its health is in dire straits, you're in dire straits. It's one of the foundational principles of holism to correct liver function. And today we want to help you learn how to do that with milk thistle and some other agents for the liver. It'll be interesting today, very important program. But first, let's go to our news. Let's see what's going on in the health world. Vitamin D affects the function of at least 291 different genes. Researchers from Boston University took blood samples from adults before and after 2 months of vitamin D supplementation. Using these samples, the researchers were able to study over 22,500 genes for vitamin D-related activity. Of those tested, 291 genes showed significant changes due to increased vitamin D levels, and these 291 were directly related to 160 biological pathways tied to cancer, autoimmune disease, cardiovascular disease, and infectious disease. This is an amazing example of science at its best. The researchers started with 8 human subjects who were deficient in vitamin D at the start of the study. The researchers analyzed the subjects' white blood cells for broad gene expression of some 22,000 genes. The subjects took either 400 units or 2,000 units of vitamin D for 2 months. Then the white blood cell genes were evaluated again for gene expression. They found that vitamin D affected 291 genes that are directly involved in cardiovascular disease, cancer, autoimmune disease, and infectious disease. They found those who took only 400 IUs of vitamin D did not receive protection from our most common diseases. But those who took 2,000 units of vitamin D daily, well, they did. Now, this study does not necessarily prove that 2,000 units a day is the best dose, but it does prove it provides more benefits than the 400 units do. Now, I think for many, when they hear of vitamin D doses in the thousands, they find it unsettling as it could be a massive overdose. Well, just remember that 2,000 units of vitamin D is less than 1/20th of a milligram. That's a speck of dust, folks. There are several studies in progress now that will help us determine once and for all the appropriate dose of vitamin D. We will keep you updated on this information as it comes in. Fructose may cause insulin resistance. Swiss researchers studied normal weight men in their early 20s. They gave them in fructose, glucose, or sucrose. They found those men who drank the fructose saw a significant reduction in liver function, insulin sensitivity, along with impaired lipid metabolism with an increase of cholesterol levels. Related research from Columbia University finds that consumption of larger amounts of fructose increases the risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Folks, if you've watched this show for any length of time, you've probably heard us talk about the health dangers of making high fructose corn syrup, or as it's called today, corn sugar, a part of your daily diet. The reason why we have spent so much time on this topic is because America is besieged by an epidemic of obesity and diabetes, and corn sugar is playing a role. These 2 studies show that when high fructose corn syrup is consumed, it inhibits the liver's ability to process sugars, which in turn increases obesity and diabetes risk, plus corn sugar promotes elevations of cholesterol and other blood fats. Please do not make high fructose corn syrup a part of your daily diet. Today we want to single out one of the organs taking the brunt of the high fructose overload. That would be the liver. This vital organ is easy to overlook, but its health is paramount. Today we'll do something nice for our livers. We'll discuss the amazing herb milk thistle and others. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Savings time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. If you have an irresistible urge to move when you're falling asleep, you may have restless leg syndrome. This is a puzzling but common condition. It causes you to feel odd sensations relieved only by moving your legs. You wake up often and usually suffer from insomnia. Different medical conditions cause restless leg syndrome, such as iron deficiency, magnesium deficiency, varicose veins, pregnancy, fibromyalgia, peripheral neuropathy, Parkinson's disease, or a side effect of taking antidepressants or antihistamines. Supplementing your diet with vitamins C, E, D, and magnesium may be helpful. If you are iron deficient, take iron only if a doctor tells you to do so. If you can correct the underlying cause, you can quiet your legs and sleep through the night. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker.
Do you believe that nature holds the answer to your health needs? Are you looking for a supplement that's simple and pure, yet really works?
If you're looking for nature's answer to better health, look to Aloha Noni Juice. It's pure and fresh, just like nature intended. Aloha Noni Juice is brought to you direct from the islands of Polynesia.
Aloha Noni Juice is 100% pure with no added sugar or sweet fruit fillers. It's the perfect addition to your low-sugar diet.
Aloha Noni Juice drinkers will tell you their vitality, energy, and sense of well-being have improved, along with relief from many painful conditions. Made by nature, proven by science, Aloha Noni Juice contains only nature's best.
And now you can enjoy the benefits of our new 100% certified organic Noni Juice. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you are doing fantastic today and ready to learn all about liver health. This is going to be so interesting. We're going to talk about a really great supplement, Milk Thistle. This is going to be so interesting. And I've got to let you know it is May Savings Celebration at BioInnovations. What a celebration we're having, the best prices of the entire year. And I think one of the better parts about it is the free shipping. It's always a good deal to get free shipping on orders over $50. And of course, that's in the mainland USA. Well, back to the topic of the day. This is really interesting. Richard, liver health is something we kind of don't think about our liver much unless things go wrong.
Yes.
But when you stop and think about the world we live in, the environment that we have, the pollutants that we all face, detoxing our liver as an ongoing thing is a good idea.
It is a very good idea.
You know?
And if you have a liver disease, the milk thistle herb can do you wondrous things.
That's right.
It can be a true advantage to you. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that may put our livers into a state of stress. Well, first thing, it would be alcoholic liver disease, liver cirrhosis. If you have alcoholic liver cirrhosis, you're at 12 times the risk of death from all causes. 12 times. This is serious business. It's the 12th leading cause of death. The average lifespan of alcoholic liver cirrhosis is 6 to 7 years after diagnosis. It's serious business. Fortunately, 5–10% of heavy drinkers only develop liver cirrhosis due to alcohol, or it'd be much more common than that. We do see a lot of infectious hepatitis. We now have hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. There may even be another one. 1/3 of the population has had hepatitis A. That disease doesn't lead to chronic disease in vast majority. There's a small percent do. There are 60,000 new cases of hepatitis B every year. These people are at risk for chronic active hepatitis. 1.2 million have active liver disease due to hepatitis B. Okay? There's another group that could benefit. What about hepatitis C? This one's growing. We have 4 million Americans with hepatitis C. There's 600,000 in California alone. It's estimated that 50% of the prison population in America has hepatitis C. This is a huge burden on the penal systems in America. 50 to 70% of these hepatitis C patients go on to develop chronic active liver disease. All right? That's the prison population. In the general population, it's about 10 to 15%. Okay? Hepatitis C death rate has increased by 123% over the last 10 years, with the highest death rate among 50 to 60-year-olds. Diabetes, obesity, both of these conditions can stress our liver. As we gain weight, the liver tends to accumulate fat, and in the liver, fat is a bad thing. It leads to inflammation, and that inflammation eventually leads to fibrosis if something is done about this. 70% of sedentary, obese people have fatty liver disease. It's called hepatic steatosis. Hepatic steatosis. Poorly controlled diabetics deposit large amounts of fat into the liver. This is highly inflammatory. It leads to fibrosis, and that is the essence of cirrhosis. So being a diabetic, being overweight can lead to cirrhosis even if you've never touched a drop of booze in your whole life. It happens every day, every day. It's not the most common outcome, but it can happen, okay? I just want you to be aware it can happen, all right? Elevated cholesterol and a high-fat diet can lead to liver disease and gallbladder disease, okay? Gallbladder surgery is the most common surgery performed in the abdomen in America. I think it's 600,000 a year, 400 to 600,000 in that range. That's a lot of gallbladders out. Autoimmune disease, this is a problem. Celiac disease is an example. Sarcoidosis, primary biliary cirrhosis, autoimmune diseases, just as it can affect the thyroid gland, it can affect the liver and cause you great troubles. Bile processing diseases, we're basically talking about things that lead to gallstones. Cholestasis, you know, the bile doesn't flow well and it tends to precipitate out stones. There can be vascular injury, you know, automobiles. Think of it, torn liver. That can be very serious. If you're not into the hands of the surgeon quick, you will die with a torn liver. It's serious business. You can have mass lesions, you can have infections, you can have parasitic diseases. Poor nutrition and chemical pollution affects the liver. Your liver is, as Cindy mentioned earlier, a detoxifying organ. And in the polluted world that we live in today, especially in cities, your liver is stressed to some degree just trying to deal with all this pollution that we're And why do we make it worse with a poor diet? With the MSG, the pollutants, or excuse me, the food additives and the preservatives, the coloring agents, this is the liver's job to process all of that. You know, you think about it, the preservatives, even the cologne you put on, the liver has to get rid of that because you absorb that into your system. You know, we don't think about that as you're putting on your cologne and aftershave. You know, that's absorbed into the system and the liver has to deal with that. Perhaps the biggest problem that's assailing our livers is our medication use. Acetaminophen is the #1 cause of liver failure, acute liver failure in America today. Acetaminophen, the innocuous Tylenol, or generic form acetaminophen. It is unfortunately often used to commit suicide. Overdose, and it can lead to liver failure. And even when you're not intending to commit suicide, those in chronic pain. You know, many of the narcotic preparations are sold in combination with acetaminophen. You take more and more of this for your pain, and it's too much for your liver. Before you know it, you have a liver problem because of the acetaminophen. Aspirin and other aspirin-like drugs, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, can stress the liver and cause liver failure and kidney failure. The cholesterol-lowering drugs, the statin drugs, they put a stress on the liver. Steroids, oral birth control pills, hormone replacement therapy, all of these have to be metabolized to the liver and can stress the liver. But, you know, I don't want you to forget that medications are the #1 cause of acute, sudden liver failure. So, you know, there's a lot going on. The liver is intensely complex. It produces some 14,000 different chemicals. The brain is complex in its anatomy and all its pathways, but the chemistry of the liver is the most complex of the entire human organism. Yeah, it's quite a study for the biochemist to understand the liver. Here's one for you. By the time the liver enzymes are elevated and your doctor can say, my, we have signs of liver inflammation, there's a problem here. By the time that happens, your condition may be quite advanced. We want to get to you before that happens. And currently there are no medications that reverse liver disease. We have medicines to help tune you up and help you deal with this, that, and the other, but there's no medicine that you take that can take a struggling, inflamed, stressed liver and turn it back to normal. But there is an herb. that can do that, okay? It's pretty amazing, and we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk in general about the holistic measures to help with liver disease and liver conditions. What else do we do? What do we do here? Well, first, work with your doctor. Liver disease is serious business. You may be given dietary restrictions due to your liver disease. Please follow them. You will regret it if you don't. You can't eat too much protein. You have to be careful with liver disease. Your body can't handle all that protein. That's the liver's job. So work with your doctor. Do what he tells you to do. That's important. Stop all the alcohol, even in cough syrups and mouthwashes. That may be enough to stress the liver if you're delicate here in the liver. If drugs of abuse or misuse are present, take the steps to stop it. Okay, and remember, most narcotic pain relievers have some acetaminophen, the #1 cause of acute liver failure. That can stress your liver if you're in a precarious situation. It's important to review all your medications. Know what they do to the liver so you're not creating more of your own problem. We don't want that to happen. Start exercising if you can. You know, the improved circulation and the hormonal releases associated with exercise are most healing, most clearing, and most helpful. There are obviously liver conditions that prohibit people from exercising, but if you can get up and move across the room, walk, do it. Do it at every opportunity, and do a little further tomorrow than you did today. It's important that we do that. Bring diabetes under control. That blood sugar, if left high, will destroy your liver. Get it down, just like it'll destroy your eyes, your kidneys, your toes, your feet, you know, amputations and all that go with diabetes. We don't want to damage our liver. Get the blood sugars under control. Have a high fiber diet, rich in fruits and vegetables. Fiber binds bile, and it helps so that your body doesn't reabsorb toxins and have to recycle the whole thing over again. The fiber binds it up, takes it out, helps you to eliminate. A little extra fiber, a little extra fruit and vegetables help with liver conditions as you tolerate them. Organic foods with no additives. Don't add more stress by processing all these preservatives and additives and food colorings. Clean up the diet. Go organic whenever you can. Reduce your protein intake as directed by your physician if that's appropriate for you. Correct the intestinal dysbiosis. I'm going to stop there because I want to tell you a little story about dysbiosis and liver failure when we return.
Savings time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. We all have said, I need to get some exercise, but how many of us put on our walking shoes and go? Learning a little more about the health benefits of exercise may help you get motivated to lace up those walking shoes. Exercise helps to control our appetite and weight. It maintains strong muscles. It promotes the release of endorphins that counter depression while helping us feel good about our lives. Exercise helps to lower blood glucose, promotes a strong circulatory system, and controls cholesterol. Exercise even helps us get a good night's sleep. Recent research finds dog owners who regularly walk their pet are 34% more likely to achieve fitness goals. You can get all of these health benefits by walking 30 minutes 4 times a week, just 30 minutes a day. Start today, and you'll start to get all those benefits. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker. Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. We're back, everyone, talking about how to have a healthy liver and milk thistle. Isn't this interesting? Now, Richard,
yes,
we were just taking a look at my notes here. And I thought, intestinal dysbiosis and a healthy liver?
Right.
Is there a connection there?
Oh, absolutely, there is a connection. You know, folks, the anatomy of the human body is such that all the blood from the intestinal tract, basically from the bottom of the esophagus to the rectum, all the blood that leaves that organ, that long intestinal organ, goes directly to the liver. So if you have intestinal dysbiosis, small bowel overgrowth with bacteria, altered bowel flora, you're going to get some hitchhikers in the gut that make toxins and poisons. Now, where does all that blood from carrying all those toxins and poisons from dysbiosis, it goes right to the liver and it can overwhelm the liver. There have been case reports, mostly from Eastern European and Russian hospitals, and it's in the literature. I've seen them, I found them, I read them, where people in hepatic comas, you give them through a tube massive amounts of probiotics. Let that settle down in the intestinal tract. There are case reports of people actually waking up from hepatic comas from probiotics. It's that powerful. So if we have liver disease, I assure you, you have dysbiosis, and I assure you, your liver condition will improve if you correct the dysbiosis. Get the yeast out, get the abnormal bacteria out. That means a lot of probiotic supplements, yogurt, buttermilk, you know, all the kefir, this type of sour cream, cottage cheese. Just load that intestinal tract up with these healthy probiotics. It relieves the stress off the liver. It really does. It's amazing. It's amazing. And they've written this up. So I wanted you to know about that. It could change a life today. Now, what else do we do to help correct the situation? Holistic measures for liver health. Drink more water as best you can. You know, it helps to dilute out. Both the kidney and the liver are detox organs, and if the liver's failing a little bit, the kidney can step in and take over a little. You can also sweat out some of the stuff. You know, the skin is an organ of excretion as well. So if you're drinking plenty of water and you can sweat this out, you can relieve some of the burden off of your liver. Then, of course, we have our dietary supplements that we want to talk about that will help the liver patient. And the first one, of course, is milk thistle, the gift of nature. You know, nature has provided us with something, a substance that no medicine has ever been able to do, and that's helped to reverse liver disease. The Latin name for milk thistle is Psyllabum marianum. It is a flavonoid complex that has powerful antioxidant properties. And when you look at these silymarin components, the chemical components of milk thistle, guess what they are, honey? They're polyphenols. Just like curcumin, just like grapeseed extract and resveratrol, these powerful antioxidant polyphenols with amazing properties, and milk thistle's just busting rich with them. So you can imagine the health benefits that we'll uncover here for milk thistle. Other names for milk thistle are lady's thistle, holy thistle, St. Mary's thistle. They named this substance after the mother of Jesus. That should tell you something. Its use goes back at least 2,000 years. Ancient Roman physician Pliny the Elder, he wrote about it in 50 AD. Descartes used it in 50 AD. He uses it as an antidote for snake bite. Snake venom has toxins that disrupt blood cells, just breaks them in pieces. The liver gets rid of that. And with a snake bite, you can overwhelm the liver's ability to process out damaged red blood cells, and it can end in liver failure. He found out early in 50 AD that milk thistle helped reverse that process. So, you know, it has ancient use. The National Institutes of Health has over 500 articles on milk thistle. The German E-Commission, one of the world's leading authorities in the use of herbal medicines for health conditions, recommends milk thistle for, write these down, heartburn, reflux, GERD, indigestion. These are liver related, most helpful for that. Next, toxin-induced liver damage. It can be drug overdose, intentional or non, just liver damage from drugs, alcoholic poisoning, mushroom poisoning. It is one of the few things that can reverse amanita toxin poisoning. It's one of the few things we have that it saves lives. It does it on a regular basis. And the German Commission goes on to say cirrhosis from any cause, whether it's alcohol, diabetes, hepatitis C, whatever causes cirrhosis, milk thistle is approved and useful for. This is a Germany Commission. And chronic inflammatory liver conditions, whatever that cause may be the autoimmune disease, it may be the hepatitis C. So those are the basic ways. And from my research and clinical experience, I pretty well agree with the Germany Commission's summary of the use of milk thistle. But let's talk a little bit about the science behind the milk thistle. What do we know about it? Well, basically, when we research milk thistle, what it does, let me answer this. Studies that show milk thistle do not work very well typically are designed poorly. They break apart the milk thistle into little components and only give part of it, okay? That's not the whole deal. That's not the real deal. Where's the beef? That's designed to fail, or designed to find a drug in there that they can alter, patent, and make tons of money. And I understand that process, but the milk thistle in its wholeness is what works, okay? So that's the problem you see, the dose too low, dose too high. They break it into pieces and it doesn't work very well. But what we do know about milk thistle, when given properly, what it does, it activates gene-directed liver cell repair. It actually tells the liver cell to fix itself, and it turns on that mechanism to do that. It also closes the pores in the cell walls of the liver that allow in toxins. The toxin has to have access to the inner workings of the cell, and milk thistle blocks that phenomena. And a new thing has just been found out about milk thistle. It turns on your native internal antioxidant systems. So we now have three things by how we know that milk thistle works, okay? Multiple studies clarified the mechanism of action that leads to milk thistle's benefits as an antioxidant, liver aid, brain nerve aid, heavy metal chelator, and anti-cancer agent. So those are the basic mechanisms. Now, one of the most common questions I get is, will milk thistle help with the cirrhosis? I've got the cirrhosis and I need the help. My doctor doesn't know the answer to that. I can't tell you how many times people have written to me, stopped me and asked me that question. Well, the science says, double-blinded studies, that milk thistle helps alcoholic cirrhosis. Milk thistle significantly lowers, this is double-blind studies, double-blind, gold standard studies, where they dose it right, where they give the whole component, you know, they're doing it right. Milk thistle significantly lowers enzyme levels, with the majority returning to normal in cirrhosis. Okay? This study is confirmed with a second repeat study. They found the same thing. Multiple studies now explain how milk thistle helps to treat and prevent cirrhosis. Milk thistle with fatty liver disease. This could be from diabetes, okay? Could be just from obesity. Multiple universities have investigated milk thistle's benefit for the control of diabetic insulin resistance and prevention of fatty liver disease. Double-blind study, non-alcoholic liver cirrhosis, that's the diabetic form. Among those taking milk thistle, 60% lived 4 years versus only 40% living 4 years who did not. That's a hard, cold reality type study. You're going to live longer, according to this study, diabetic, if you take your milk thistle. That's pretty powerful stuff. That's useful. A review study confirmed that milk thistle benefits in fatty liver disease. Okay? But every 5 years or so, I see headline news, milk thistle no good for liver disease. Well, you know why now. They're designed to fail. They're designed to discredit. And I find that disturbing. It shouldn't be like that. Liver disease is serious business. These people need all the help they can get, and we don't need any more junk science out there. You can turn to milk thistle. How about for hepatitis? Milk thistle lowers enzymes, liver enzymes, decreases viral load, improves quality of life. I should be able to stop right there. And everybody who has ongoing chronic hepatitis should say, now I have something that will help me. Okay, but there's so much more. Double-blind study, acute viral hepatitis. Those who took milk thistle showed quicker return to normal lab values and good health. You remember the patients with hepatitis. You remember how sick they were and how long they stayed sick. It's tough going. You'll get back on the job, back to school better, you'll feel better, those enzymes will come down better with hepatitis, or whatever the cause. Even the chemical hepatitis from a chemical exposure like carbon tetrachloride, this type of thing, okay? Well, let's see. Let's go off to our break. We have a few more research projects with their results, and then we want to talk about milk thistle's benefit for organs other than the liver. Yeah, it helps the brain too. We'll be back with that.
Time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Do you like to exercise outdoors? Many consider gardening one of life's most rewarding activities. The American Heart Association says gardening promotes a strong heart, and it helps to preserve brain mass in seniors. Follow these guidelines so your gardening experience will be enjoyable for years to come. Wear a wide-brimmed hat and protect your skin from too much sun. Wear gloves and sunglasses even on cloudy days. Make your posture strong by bending from the knees. Consider wearing knee pads. Start with small jobs. Set a gentle pace and ask for help when moving heavy objects. Pause frequently and drink lots of water. Whether it's trimming bushes, cutting grass, or growing nutritious vegetables, gardening is a great way to get your exercise and get back to the earth. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
For centuries, the herb astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with astragalus root.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Call today. Welcome back, everyone. Just a reminder here, it is May Savings Celebration at BioInnovations and a fantastic savings time we're having. Good time to get the supplements you need, best prices of the whole year, and free shipping on orders over $50. Of course, that's in the mainland USA. But don't forget, this is a good time to get those supplements that you need because you won't find the prices less than any time of the year than this. This is great. Now, isn't this interesting on milk thistle? Who knew it had so many components? And it's going to be beneficial, we'll find out, for things other than the liver. But we're not quite finished with the research stories yet. So, Richard, you've got a few more that are really important to bring to everyone.
There are so many people stuck in therapy for hepatitis C and other forms of hepatitis, and they want to know about natural alternatives, and can that natural alternative work with the medicines my doctor gave me, and we have answers for all of this. A review of 17 years of milk thistle research found that milk thistle is highly effective in acute and chronic hepatitis, both toxic liver damage due to chemical poisoning or drug overdose, and metabolic liver disease. And the mechanism has been explained now as we know how it works. It's pretty remarkable. Multiple studies show that milk thistle protects the liver from a variety of toxins, and Columbia University did a study to see if milk thistle could help the cancer patient protect their liver from the ravages of chemotherapy. It's pretty powerful stuff, and they found it's very helpful. So cancer patients, keep this in mind. You're taking a lot of toxic medicines, yes, that are intended to save your life, and they often do work, but they do collateral damage, and you can minimize that with milk thistle, probiotics, a little CoQ10, this type of thing. Get the holism going, and you protect your body, and it makes the chemotherapy more effective, and it helps to protect your tissues, okay? Milk thistle's success in helping liver disease got scientists to think, well, what about my muscles, my nerves, my eyes, my toes, the other parts of my body? Can milk thistle help that? And perhaps it's due to milk thistle's polyphenol content. We're not really quite sure on this yet, but there's several encouraging areas of study. Let's see, neurologic. Taichung University Hospital, milk thistle promotes nerve cell repair, protecting from neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's disease, Lou Gehrig's, and Alzheimer's disease. Now, is this because we're improving our liver, or does milk thistle have a local effect in the brain? I don't have the answer for that, but they're finding it's helpful. So, you know, a little CoQ10 with that for the Parkinson's disease, you're going to have some real help here. It'll slow the progression of the disease. It's not going to cure it, but slowing the progression may mean a normal lifespan with good quality of life all the way closer to the end. That's a gift. It truly is. If you can achieve that with a disease like Alzheimer's or Lou Gehrig's or Parkinson's, you've done something. You've helped the person. This makes a difference. It does. Milk thistle inhibits amyloid beta cohesion in a dose-dependent manner. Okay? That's the Alzheimer's disease cause, those beta amyloid plaques. Milk thistle prevents amyloid deposits of pancreatitis. I would imagine that's the polyphenol, because we know with pancreatitis, if you get on a good, strong antioxidant program like milk thistle, grapeseed extract, resveratrol, curcumin, you have fewer episodes of painful pancreatitis, less scarring of the pancreas, and when you do have an attack, your pain is less. Pancreatitis hurts. You're not doing much fun things when you have pancreatitis. It is a bad scenario, it's very painful, and milk thistle will help prevent recurrence of these attacks. That's good to know. Milk thistle protects lab animals from trauma-induced inflammation and nerve damage. You know, if you have a, let's say you have a work-related injury, repetitive use injury, and you've got some nerve damage from this type of thing, milk thistle would help you overcome that problem. That's the point of that. Cancer and radiation, China has done quite a bit of work in finding out milk thistle helps prevent ultraviolet radiation damage leading to melanoma. Now, this can help prevent melanoma in you, but let's suppose you're in cancer treatment with radiation. Milk thistle will help to protect your normal cells, but it will make the cancer cells more susceptible to the effect of radiation. Yay, that's what we want, right? That's what we want. Add a little beta-glucan, a little noni to that, a little probiotic. These are all things known to help protect normal tissue from radiation. A little curcumin, a grapeseed extract. Man, that's state-of-the-art cancer therapy. Okay? Boy, that's valuable information. Let's see, what else? Milk thistle causes apoptosis in prostate and bladder cancers while lowering PSAs. There's been a follow-up study of that, and they've been able to show that milk thistle slows the growth of prostate cancer. So, see, this is amazing. It has benefits throughout the body. It's got to be the polyphenols. It's got to, well, I'm assuming, but we don't know yet, but they're figuring that all out. We do know that it's helpful. Milk thistle inhibits tumor growth, but does not inhibit wound repair. This is from Surgery and Endoscopy, the scientific journal. You know, think about it. If you have something that you're having cancer surgery, you cut that out, you don't want to give anything that will promote the growth of that cancer, but you want to promote healing. So they were able to prove that you give milk thistle to those surgical patients, their wounds heal better, faster, more completely, but it doesn't promote the growth of the cancer, which we would never want to have happen. In fact, it inhibits the growth of the cancer. That's amazing too. University of California, Irvine, milk thistle and its anti-cancer properties prevents the spread, the invasion of cancer cells, increases the rate of cancer cell death, and it alters the DNA of the cancer cells, making them more susceptible to the therapies to kill the cancer. And this was published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology. This is mainstream publications. Milk Thistle is a big star now in the cancer scene. University of Colorado has done quite a bit of research on prostate cancer and milk thistle, and we've had ongoing discussions of that, and there's an update. They've been able to show that milk thistle inhibits the spread of lung cancer, and they've done this in prostate cancer too. It inhibits the spread of the cancers. A French study, milk thistle protects against colon cancer spread. It goes on and on. There's a lot of research going on now. Let's go to our break. We'll return in just a moment with more on milk thistle.
Savings time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
For many of us, the days pass on by. Whether it's living for the weekend, waiting till the kids come home, or waiting for whatever is next, don't waste your life waiting on tomorrow when there is still today. Benjamin Franklin said, "Do you love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of." The Lord did not give us today to sit and wait on tomorrow. What we do today shapes our tomorrows. As David wrote in Psalm 90:12, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom."
Every day, about 200 million Americans do not get enough of a key essential mineral.
That mineral is magnesium. The typical American diet does not supply enough.
And magnesium is so important. It protects bones and helps more than 300 different enzymes in the human body perform efficiently.
That's why BioInnovations offers chelated magnesium capsules for oral use and topical magnesium gel to be applied to the skin. That's 2 forms of magnesium to meet your daily needs.
Scientific evidence points to chelation as the best method of vitamin and mineral formulation.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Because chances are you are one of the 200 million Americans who need more magnesium every day.
Again, that number is 888-442-2128. Call today. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
We're back, everyone, talking about how you can have a healthy liver and milk thistle. This is so interesting. Richard, you have a few more studies to share with everyone.
Yeah, you know, the cardiovascular disease, #1 killer in America, University of Arkansas, go Razorbacks. They were able to show that milk thistle is very effective in preventing the oxidation of that LDL cholesterol. You know how that plaque gets formed and irritated and inflamed and breaks loose and goes down the artery and plugs it up so you have a heart attack. Well, milk thistle was remarkably effective in preventing that oxidation, which really triggers the whole phenomena. University of Catania in Italy, milk thistle is remarkably effective in reversing endothelial dysfunction, you know, the spasm of the artery. It's part of the hypertensive phenomena that ends in cardiovascular disease. Those powerful polyphenols are so effective, it can reverse endothelial dysfunction. remarkable. The Middle East did a series of studies on the diabetic in milk thistle. They found 200 milligrams of milk thistle 3 times a day, and that is the most commonly cited dose I have found in the research. 200 milligrams 3 times a day. After 4 months, they were able to show those diabetics who took the milk thistle showed decreases in hemoglobin A1C, that's your long-term blood sugar. Your fasting blood sugar goes down, your insulin levels come down. You know, it's insulin resistance. We want lower insulin levels. Cholesterol drop, triglyceride drops, and the liver enzymes, SGOT and SGPT, they both dropped. This is the diabetic. So you don't have to be a diabetic with liver disease to benefit from milk thistle. It will help to control your blood glucose levels. It may mean you need less medicine. Keep that in mind when you start the milk thistle. Diabetics, your blood sugar should start to come down, and you may need to compensate with less medicine, right? Okay. Here's one from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Milk thistle is an excellent chelator of iron in hemochromatosis, iron overload. This is fairly common. 1 to 2% of the American population accumulates way too much iron, and all that iron is oxidizing. It's rusting, you know, and it leads to early aging and serious disease, okay? Well, milk thistle will help to chelate out that iron so you're not iron overloaded. The standard treatment is bloodletting, and you may still need to do that, but if you're taking something that helps to prevent the oxidative damage of that iron, that would be helpful as well. Immunity, chorea, and lab animals, milk thistle lessens allergic airway response. It means it helps asthma. It has the potential from animal studies to help you with your asthma. University of Washington, back to America, milk thistle suppresses HIV replication. Could be pretty powerful to do that. And it also inhibits the hepatitis C virus replication. The World Journal of Gastroenterology reports a review of literature on milk thistle. There are no drug interactions, no side effects. It is a powerful antioxidant, it's a strong anti-fibrotic, and improves the metabolism in diabetes mellitus. This is one of the main journals of MD gastroenterologists. And I wonder how many of them actually use milk thistle in their practice. Their journals are telling the doctors to use milk thistle, but they're not. Why not? Well, I'll tell you why. It's probably because there's no milk thistle drug rep coming to their office offering them pins and coffee cups to prescribe their medicines. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, but that's exactly what happens in the medical community today. You prescribe the medicines you're reminded of. It's constantly in front of you. Oh, well, we'll give Joe Smith, the rep from such and such company. He's a nice guy. We'll give him the business. Well, nobody does that for milk thistle. I guess I'm the guy who's doing that. It needs more play in the doctor's offices. It's a powerful, effective medication. Okay, well, who should consider taking milk thistle? Are you stuck in poor health? If you are in that scenario, think milk thistle. If you have indigestion, heartburn, GERD, peptic ulcer disease, chronic fatigue, or depression, you know, your liver, I've said, it is your feel-good organ. It's that organ when working properly, you have good energy, mental clarity, you digest well, food gives you energy, you're ready to go, it doesn't make you tired and want to lie down. If you have that kind of problem where you're fatigued after food, please correct the dysbiosis and give your liver something to help it sing again. That's milk thistle. Have you been through chemotherapy? Are you taking it now? Are you a cancer patient? Think about milk thistle. Do you work in a polluted place? Maybe you're in the plastics industry. This is huge business today. There are millions of Americans working in the plastics and all the fumes, chemical plants, this type of thing. Milk thistle will help protect your liver from this damage. 20, 30 years of working around this stuff causes disease. Do not doubt it. You are not exempt. Do things to protect yourself. You know, you'll live a longer life. Milk thistle should be a part of that plan. Mold exposure, polluted city. Do you live in the city? That's a good reason. Are you diabetic? Do you have diabetic cirrhosis? Has your doctor said, I'm concerned about your liver? Have you had hepatitis A, B, or C? Do you have chronic hepatitis, alcoholic hepatitis? Do you take high cholesterol? Do you have high cholesterol and take cholesterol-lowering drugs? Protect your liver from those damages. Multiple medicines. There are many, many, many of us in America today take 10, 12, 14 medicines. It's just routine. Go to any nursing home. Most are at that level. We can help protect our livers with a little milk thistle on a daily basis. Makes a big difference. Let's see. Anyone who is either on or has been on a high-fat diet. You know, the high fat can affect the liver as well. Okay. I'd like to get a little started before our break on some of the other supplements that we can use to help supplement the liver work. You know, we have our milk thistle. We've learned a lot about that. And we mentioned probiotics. Remember, in the dysbiotic state, all of that toxic stuff made by altered bowel flora, it all goes directly to the liver, and that first pass through the liver, if it's healthy, it clears all that out. Well, if your liver is in trouble with that dysbiosis, remember those probiotics. It's really quite remarkable what can happen. Alpha lipoic acid, I wish I had the time to go into it, but it's, again, peas and carrots. Alpha lipoic acid and milk thistle, excellent. Milk thistle at the alpha lipoic acid alone, there have been cases of reverses of, or stalling and improvement of cirrhosis. Alpha lipoic is tremendous for the diabetic and for liver disease. The medicinal mushrooms play a role. Maitake. Let's talk about that a little bit when we return. More on the supplements to complement milk thistle and liver disease when we return.
Time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Could some of your favorite foods be making you sick? Cases of non-allergic food intolerance are on the rise. This is different than food allergies. Recent surveys reveal up to 20% of us may be suffering from food intolerance. People who have a higher risk of non-allergic food sensitivity are those with other types of allergies, such as hay fever, or irritable bowel syndrome, hepatitis C, chronic indigestion, abdominal pain, or constipation. Non-allergic food intolerance can be delayed up to 48 hours or longer, so you may not connect something you ate 2 days ago with fatigue, headaches, abdominal pain, or depression. You can keep a food diary and write down everything you eat. Blood tests can diagnose the problem, or an elimination diet can help you detect the foods that are causing your symptoms. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being.
We're back, everyone. Just a reminder, it is May Savings Celebration at BioInnovations, so don't miss out on it. Okay, Richard, time is short, but we have more information we want to give everyone because there are some other supplements that really do complement milk thistle and liver.
Absolutely. You know, I mentioned the alpha lipoic acid, and we do whole programs on alpha lipoic where we get into the details. And I don't want to short sell alpha lipoic. I just want to mention it again. It's an excellent component of any liver healthy program. okay, alpha-lipoic acid. The medicinal mushrooms, there's been quite a bit. One of the most remarkable properties of the medicinal mushrooms are their ability to lower cholesterol levels and blood fats. High blood fats are hard on the liver. High blood sugars are hard on the liver. That's its main job, to process. It's the chemistry factory of our bodies, and it has to process all that. And we're stressing it with this high-fat diet, high-sugar diet that we Americans love so much. And maitake, reishi, ABM, these all have been shown to be most helpful in keeping those cholesterol, blood fats, and blood sugar levels down. The Journal of Pharmacology and Pharmacy and Pharmacology, maitake decreases body weight, fasting glucose levels, glycosylated hemoglobin, cholesterol, triglyceride, all of these. It reduces liver toxicity and serum insulin levels. These are all things we want to do to help protect our liver. So don't forget the medicinal mushrooms. They're very effective. Include reishi, ABM. Cordyceps sinensis has some unique properties in hepatitis. Cordyceps sinensis helps to prevent chronic liver inflammation from the hepatitis. You know, some people, when they get the hepatitis, they're sick for a while or not very sick at all. Hepatitis C is famous for the person never knowing they've had it. But then they get over it, and they're done. It's finished. But some people get caught in this chronic inflammatory state, and that's where the cordyceps could really help you. 70% show improved liver enzyme levels when they take just cordyceps. So you can imagine if we're adding alpha-lipoic, a little probiotic, a little milk thistle to our liver plan, and then a little cordyceps, your doctor's going to say, what in the world are you doing? You're doing as good as anybody I've ever seen with this problem. You know, this is what we hear on this program. People write to us and say, my doctor can't believe my progress. One gentleman, his doctor even said, can I be a patient of Dr. Becker's? And he said, no, he doesn't take any more patients. I'm not that great. We're just studying the science. You can be that good at this too. A little cordyceps helps the liver. Don't forget your omega-3 fatty acids. All your vitamins are required by the liver. You have to have that to function properly. You don't need megadoses if you have liver disease, but a little to help along with the processes that you need. Digestive enzymes play a role here. I wish I had time to go into all of that. Noni juice can be most helpful here. Garlic is a great chelating agent, but that pretty well rounds out the idea behind. But the main star of today is absolutely milk thistle. 200 to 300 milligrams, 2 to 3 times a day. And it's going to make a difference for your health condition. Well, Cindy, today is a very important program. You can't just turn on the TV anywhere and find out how to treat an ailing liver, but we talked about it today. You have the essence of the holistic approach to treating liver conditions. And milk thistle is center stage star of that program. Don't forget it. It'll help you. Thank you for your kind attention. See you tomorrow, folks.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Did you know not all bacteria is bad? Probiotics are healthy, beneficial bacteria which provide life-giving support for your intestines. Add foods like fermented cabbage, coconut, or miso that supports the good bacterial balance in your gut. Real foods like this boost your nutrient assimilation, plus you'll feel great. It's not crazy, just healthy.
Next time on The Three, Christian Healthcare Ministries' Ronnie Hopkins tells us all about the nation's first and longest-serving health cost-sharing ministry, which provides an affordable insurance alternative for believers.
We are literally exercising. We're a representation of the body of Christ. CHM is able to help Christians save money,